Hey y'all, we are here with another Love Talk, and this Love Talk is very special, very cool. We have Branesha here, and she's here just to talk more about herself, talk more about her passion, and more importantly, we're talking about the awakening. That's what we might title this episode, The Awakening.
I like that.
So Branesha, how are you today?
Hey, I'm great. I am awesome, sauce, and possum, living life. I can't complain.
I love it. So before we dive into the heart of this conversation, just tell us more about you.
So about me, I grew up pretty normal lifestyle. I am this person that has been writing since she was a little girl. I journal every day. I write poetry. I'm just a free spirit. I love to mingle. I love to connect. I love to just enjoy life, and I think of it as a experience. Just every day is an experience. So that's a little bit about me. Like, I'm just real artsy, creative minded, very down to earth, and I just have this passion driving me, so I'm going for it.
I love it. And more about you, I went through your Instagram, I know you do poetry, and we're definitely looking forward to a poem here today. But you're also a mental health advocate, a spiritual being, a writer, a poet, an avid reader, a psychosis survivor, a psychology major.
Yes.
So I first want us to really talk about the mental health aspect of things, because one thing that I've noticed, especially in the Black community, is that we don't talk about mental health in a capacity of which I think we should.
Right.
It's kind of like this taboo thing where we don't talk about it.
Don't talk about it.
We don't talk about it. Yes, it's a shunned topic.
Yes.
If you say something is wrong with you, people say you're crazy, or they say pray it away, when really, we may really need some help. So I really want us to talk about the mental health aspect of just everything right now.
Okay.
So what does mental health mean to you?
Mental health means to me taking care of your mental health, period. Like, it's kind of self-explanatory, but it goes so much deeper than what we could think. Like, your mental health affects the physical, so you have to be in connection with up here. And if you're not up here right, things ache, things go out, just a lot could happen when you're not mentally focused and honed in on everything that you have going on. So mental health to me means just simply taking care of yourself. It's from the inside out.
Yes, and you're also a mental health advocate.
Yes.
Now I want us to kind of talk about your story and your journey along the way, and then tell us why mental health is so important to you. So just tell us a little bit about your journey.
So in 2016, I was diagnosed with anxiety, depression, and psychosis. All of that was foreign at the time. I was about 24, so it was just the least of my thoughts or worries or concerns. Like, I just didn't have a clue, especially with psychosis. I mean, depression I've heard about, anxiety I've heard about, but the psychosis part, I was really scared, to say the least, that I was yet another tag placed on my back when I felt so different and misunderstood growing up anyway. So with that being said, mental health became not only a part of my learning, it became part of my growth, part of my talk, my walk, everything about me. And I feel as though being a mental health advocate is not only for me, it's bigger than me. It's for people that don't want to ask for help because they don't know how, or they don't have that person to ask. A lot of different reasons. It goes so many different ways, but psychosis is pretty much a mental health illness that it's similar to schizophrenia. I get so scared to say that, because then it's like people probably thinking all this stuff, but I don't care what people think, because it's what my reality is. So I just try to focus on here and now, and mental health has been, I think, my driving force to making me who I am. Like, my writing has changed, and it gotten so much better, and I feel it more, and I could express it more. So it means a lot. It's a passion. I want to help people that, I want to be the voice for somebody that don't have their voice yet. And I want to let them know that the voice is there. It's inside. It can come out, shine it, do whatever you got to do. Scream it out, and you'll be fine. Talk it out. So that's pretty much what mental health advocacy is for me. It's helping, people that want help, because you got to be willing and able. And then not only that, but just being that voice for others.
Yes, and one thing you mentioned is when you were younger, you felt different and misunderstood.
Yes.
I know there may be a lot of people who may be feeling the exact same way right now, because they're dealing with a mental illness, don't even know, you know, what they're dealing with, don't know how to act, like you mentioned, don't know what to say, don't know the language for it. So just give those people who are going to watch this some encouragement that they may be needing at this moment to get the help that they need.
Don't be ashamed of your flaws. That is my key for this whole conversation. Flaws come a dime a dozen. We all have them. Do not be ashamed of your flaws. Do not be ashamed of the cracks. That's where the light get in, as I've heard them say. I think I would say just to expand yourself outside of yourself. Think of yourself as someone else. What do that person need? Think of little you. Think of, you know, little you really helped. That helped me a lot. So think of little you. What do little you need? You know, I mean, growing up, I felt like I was doing things to fit in. So I had friends, of course, fitting in, doing things that wasn't really true to who I was. I didn't really find myself till I became an adult. But baby, that's another story. But, you know, it's like trying to really find who I was in the midst of a mental diagnosis was the hardest thing for me, but it made me so much stronger. And I just want to say that with the tags, with the stigmas, and everything surrounding it, be you, with all it comes with. Be you. And I think for people that are afraid to ask for help, why? Don't. We all need a shoulder. Everybody need help. At the end of the day, we all fighting battles, and that's the thing. We're all fighting battles, so don't feel less than, or, you know, not ready yet, or, you know, the time is now.
Yes. And as a mental health advocate, you know, an advocate is someone that uses their voice, you know, for the betterment of others, in my opinion.
Correct.
And as a mental health advocate, I think it really hits home because you can relate. You know, it's not like you just going preach to somebody or just saying, go do this, go do that. You're actually going through the journey as well. So as an advocate, how do you plan to continue to use your voice to help advocate for other people?
Definitely. I plan on making YouTube videos. I plan on going to visit hospitals and talking to people that are actually in the hospital, clinics at the time. I plan on just kind of expanding this voice to anyone who will listen, if that makes sense. This passion, this drive, I want to give coping skills to people, because I have coping skills that I've used, so I want to give those out. I want to create a toolbox for people with mental health issues, because I feel like the toolbox is the power. Once you got the tools, you know you can put anything together. You can do anything. You can be anything. So definitely, I want to just reach out to people. I mean, if you see me on the street, say, hey, I need to talk. I'm there. You know, I am listening. I'm willing. I'm able. And as a mental health advocate, I believe in not only connection, but just being that shoulder. Just being that shoulder. Being that ear. Being that face you need to look at. You know, that's what I believe in. I believe in people telling the truth, people being authentic, people being genuine. And I come full-hearted, ready to be that for any and everybody. And that's just me, being transparent.
I love it. And how can someone get in touch with you if they need, you know, maybe some advice, or maybe want to see how they can connect with you, or in any capacity? How can they get in touch with you?
Okay, so my Instagram, I have two of those. One is Beautiful Advocate. It's spelled BEEYOUTIFUL, and then Advocate. And then my other one is BDM Poet _. So BDM Poet _ is more poetry, but that can help you. That's a coping skill. Read it, you know. And then my Beautiful Advocate one is definitely going to be my advocate page, where I put, you know, just quotes, or, you know, pictures of me, or things of that brings joy, you know, things, quotes, motivation. I have a Facebook as well, Branesha Muller. And it's just reach out. I mean, any way you can. There's multiple ways. I mean, social media is hot. Like, it ain't never been hot before. So I'm on there. Just hit me up.
Yes, and that's a beautiful segue into poetry.
Yes.
So let's talk about you as a poet for a second. You said that's actually a coping skill.
Yes.
How exactly, or when exactly, did you get into poetry?
So poetry became part of my life. I want to say I was about 8 years old. I sat in my room and I had these feelings, and I didn't know who to talk to at the time. I started to write, I always journaled, so that the writing part that wasn't the issue. It was more so like making it from emotion, making it feel, making my words mean something and feel something and do something, and creating something that was never there before was love to me. That was like life. So poetry came about 8 years old, and it's a coping skill. When I feel heavy emotions, heavy feelings, heavy thoughts, even because I have intrusive thoughts dealing with psychosis. So with that being said, I have intrusive thoughts. So sometimes I just write about it, and it just literally frees it. It's like a decompression for me. And I love to write poetry. It comes so easily, and I think it reaches out further than people know. Most people don't. People are sometimes intimidated by poetry. I don't get it. I don't know what they talk about. But when you really could step inside of yourself and feel what they're feeling, that is deep. That is powerful.
Yes. And I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'm going to put you on the spot. If you don't mind, would you mind sharing some poetry with us right here, right now?
Definitely. I do not have it in like my book, but I could get it off my phone.
Okay.
I have a lot of poetry. So I guess what I want to know is what you want to hear. Anything?
Anything. Whatever is on your heart.
Okay, perfect. So I posted one not too long ago. It's called Rain. And it's one of my favorites because it kind of just, it's kind of like not letting other people determine for me who I am, and not giving other chances and things like that. You'll feel it. Let me spit it. So this one is titled Rain, and I gotta take a deep breath first. I keep holding on tightly to this tree of hope, digging up lost treasure in this muddy dirt. Lotuses bloom from the muddy waters of earth, yet I can never seem to like myself in a skirt. I always seem to wear the pants, with pockets of course, so I could have somewhere to place these moving hands, gesturing and emphasizing these words, hoping it would transmute to your ears a little better. But see, just like weather, I do what I want on any given day and couldn't care less about what type of mood it rains, as it rains to neutralize these grains. Then again, I sing to the melodies from up above, raining down on me as tears leave my body from the people who have left me. Grieving isn't so miserably miserable when you learn the reason for the loss. Sometimes you gain a gain from these lost things. Sometimes it isn't really lost at all. At least the pieces that were meant to break. I cannot shake this vase that holds such beautiful flowers. So I water them daily as I water the seeds within my being. I'm a server, waiting to deliver the main course after the appetizer, just so you can ask about her. The chef that is who cooked delicious meals of knowledge. Some are Goldilocks, but this porridge serving will be too hot, not quite right, and that's okay. This knowledge is only here for the willing and able. See, if the shoe doesn't fit, then find you another pair, because this time around, I ain't got no feelings to spare. So that's Rain. Oh my God. I was sitting there with this one, and it was like, I'm not saving other people's emotions because I have them too. I need to feel what I feel too. And I'm not sparing your emotions just for you to be comfortable when I'm uncomfortable. So that's what that one's kind of about.
Man, I got the chill bump. And I don't remember the words verbatim, but you mentioned something about grieving. And is it really grieving?
Yes.
Repeat that line for us.
Okay, gotcha. Let's see. So it says, grieving isn't so miserably miserable when you learn the reason for the loss. Sometimes you gain again from these lost things. Sometimes it isn't really lost at all.
Wow, that is deep.
Yeah, because when you grieving, you never really realize that it's a good thing. It's good to grieve, let go, like fall. The seasons change, trees change, time change, everything changes. You gotta accept that change. It's detachment. Grieve,
wow.
Let it out.
Wow, that is so powerful. Oh my goodness. So do you do spoken word or do...
That's what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to do that. I'm working on finding the spots because I need to know the hot spots. So send me the info for the hot spots, everybody, because I'm trying to be out there. I want to be out there to do my spoken word and get my face out there, get my voice out there. So definitely interested in that. So if anybody know of any spots, let me know, and I'm definitely showing up.
Absolutely. And before we started this interview or having this conversation, I asked you, what do you want to get from this conversation, from this Love Talk interview? And tell us what you said.
I said it was a passion that I have to be the voice for other people that just need that help. You know, I want to be the one that people could depend on. And I think for me, it's more so just being. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm headed. I don't have a goal for it. I just know that I'm going somewhere and I'm ready to go. I am open and willing for change and for everything that is there for me. And you know, sometimes the unknown is scary, but you gotta get it. You gotta get it, and you gotta keep moving. And that's what I want to do with this mental health advocacy, my poetry. I'm gonna just express. I'm a big expression that's gonna express. So that's what I said. I got the passion behind me. I'm doing everything and anything to get where I feel I deserve to be.
Yes, where you deserve to be.
Yes.
I love it. And that leads us into talking about fear.
Ooh.
Fear is crippling. Fear can literally paralyze someone from doing
Yes.
what they want to do, what they hope to do, what they dream to do. And one thing I advocate for, well, two things I advocate for is one, believing in yourself. I always say believe in yourself, believe in yourself. And another thing I say is do it scared. Do it scared. Because a lot of us, well, a saying that I hear a lot is stop being scared. Stop being scared. Just do it. Stop being scared. But I say you don't have to stop being scared. Just do it scared.
Yeah.
Just go ahead on and do it scared. So let's talk about fear. How has fear played a part or a role in your life?
Woo! I might cry on this one. Fear for me has definitely been the main reason why it took so long for me to get out to share my poetry. It's my heart on my sleeves. It's my heart on my face. It's my heart everywhere when I write poetry. This is me. This isn't nobody else. I'm not writing from somebody else's experience. Oh my God, chills. But I'm not writing from somebody else's experience. This is Branesha's experience that people can feel. This is life. This is real for me. So fear stopped me from doing so much because it's so internal and it's so loud sometimes that you put aside what you know you deserve, your gut. Like you second guess yourself because you're afraid. And like you said, do it afraid. Be afraid and do it anyway. And that's what I'm doing. I'm stepping out. I'm doing it anyway. And I don't have all the answers to what I'm doing, but I'm doing. You know what I mean? I'm not running just in place. I'm running around. I'm going up. I'm going down. I'm going side to side because I feel like fear is no longer going to control me. It has controlled me for a very long time. I was afraid to be Branesha. I was afraid to be the poet. I was afraid to be mom, wife, daughter, sister. I was afraid to be these people because I felt like expectations were high, or just that I wasn't true to who I was. So I didn't even really realize what I deserved or knew what I deserved. And fear was right there to keep me seated. Okay, so I'm stepping out of fear, and not to say that I'm not afraid, but I'm still gonna do it because I feel like I gotta know what's on the other side. Like I can't not do it. That's the thing. Fear is small compared to my passion. Like my passion, come and knock it out the way because I got this.
You do. You definitely got this. You got this. So there's somebody who's going to watch this right now that has been thinking about doing something, have been dreaming about doing something, but fear has literally paralyzed them. So give them some words of encouragement right now.
I definitely say, you know what? I'd rather have lived a life where I tried and tried and tried. Like, I'll say this. I turned in my work of art for these contests and I got rejected. But I seen a quote on either Facebook or Instagram, and it was like, oh, Harry Potter got rejected like 27 times. Oh, this book or this movie, this got rejected all these millions of times. Not millions, but too many for me to be like, I'ma do it. But it was like 27, 13, and I felt rejected. And that's another thing. Fear, rejection, I think go hand in hand. But I just feel like I'd rather have lived a life that I tried instead of what if, not knowing. I think not knowing for me is feary enough. Like I'm scared to not know, so I gotta go through fear to get to where I need to be. And I feel like people need to know that they too can go through fear. It's just a barrier. It's not, end all be all. It's not the stopping point. It's about the journey anyway. You know, the destination is just that. It's just the destination. The journey is where the heart, bread, and butter at. So go through fear. Go through it. You gotta face some kind of way. You're gonna always be scared. There's always something to be scared about. So do it.
Do it anyway. Do it scared. And I love what you said about it's the journey, because a lot of us get so fixated on the destination that we don't realize that the journey is it. You know, that really makes us that makes the destination just so much better.
Yes,
I love that. So I want you now to look at the camera and say whatever it is that is on your heart.
So I just want to say that in finding my voice and helping other people find their voice, it has become not only a fulfilling thing, but it has become a dream to do this interview. Like, you don't even know with this how much I had to step out of fear to do this. You know what I mean? Like, you don't even know how much it takes to have courage and believe in yourself. So I just say, I'm so proud of you, Branesha. Like, you believed in yourself. Like, thank you. And just for this day, this moment right here, as my pen say, enjoy the moment. I'm gonna enjoy the moment. And this, to me, is where I feel most compelled to live in the moment, because that's where everything is. That's where life is. That's where everything resides. We don't have a past, a future. It's right here, right now. Every decision, every choice happens in the now. Be the now. Talk your talk, walk your walk, without a care. Do your thing, whatever that may be. Step outside of yourself for just a second and see what you could do. You're gonna shock yourself.
Yes, I love it. And I just want to tell you as well that I'm proud of you as well. I know you're proud of yourself, and that is one of the main things I always tell my son. You should be proud of you. Yes. You should be proud of you. And then I say, I'm so proud of you. So right now, right here, right now, Branesha, I am so proud of you. You finally did it scared.
Did it scared.
Did it scared. We're here sitting down having this conversation. Yes. You said it took you a year.
It took over a year.
A year to reach out and say, look, I'm ready. You did it. We're here now. Your voice is getting heard. You're advocating for mental health. Yes. There's so many people out there who are looking for someone to advocate for them, and you're doing
it. Here it is.
You're doing it. You're doing your poetry, about to get into more spoken word.
Yes.
You're an avid reader. I'm just so proud of you. And I just want to give you some encouragement to tell you, keep going. Believe in yourself. Even when you don't believe in yourself, believe in yourself. Say your affirmations out loud. And just continue to just advocate. Just use your voice. I don't care if one person sees it, if 20 people see this. If we help one person, then our job is complete. Complete. So I'm just so excited, so proud of you again. Again, let everybody know where it is that they can find you.
All right, BDM_Poet_ is Instagram, and Facebook is Branesha Muller. That is BRANESHA, and last name MULLER. And then I have another Instagram page. It's Beautiful Advocate. So look me up.
Yes, and just like that, y'all, we have wrapped another Love Talk. Y'all make sure that y'all tap in with Branesha. She has some amazing things going on, amazing things coming up. And always remember, y'all, to believe in yourself. Y'all have a good one.